first speaker is a smart cities enthusiast with more than 15 years of professional experience in the private and public sector. He is the managing director of RiseOp Solutions, a Canadian company that provides consultancy and develops digital solutions for smart cities. Andres will discuss the challenges that face local governments to implement and develop IT solutions. He will discuss why this is an amazing opportunity for the startup community and how those opportunities can be developed. Please welcome Andres Navarre.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you all of you for being here. I'm glad to address some topics that are already in the table. Mikhail and Kim have already discussed some of the topics that I'm going to address. But I'm going to talk about a different perspective. I have experience working in the public sector and have been challenged of purchasing all this technology. So one of the questions that you face, and another question, the gentleman on the back talk about okay, what kind of problems, what's the recipe to respond to governments, and that's something that I'm going to talk about a little bit. So I'm going to talk about a little of my experience. First, being inside the government, doing all that purchasing strategy and stuff, and then after that, I spent some years in Latin America and North America on the opposite side, buying, selling to the government. So I'm going to talk about. First, this is my main agenda. It's just a few points. And what are the main challenges that a city face? What are the digital transformation that it needs to address? Think about the cities already. Most cities are already in place. We cannot just turn down everything and just start from scratch. So we need to improve whatever is there. So there's a lot of challenges. Then I'm going to talk about some innovation strategies, smart benches like the sofa, a procurement solution that you just addressed, and how city and established partnership is something very important to respond to these challenges. This is the smart city that we all dream to see. Like I just wanted to show you. It's all glass and it looks very neat. But then this is too futuristic, right? So we want to go somewhere like a sustainable city. So this one. It's more sustainable, right? It's more like a Parisian style. Nicer. Cool. But the reality is something like this. Yeah, this is our city, and we need to stock in, some IT, and we need to solve problems, from cables over here. That's the reality. And the fact is that when you're on the city side, when you're on the government side, is a huge challenge. And I will tell you that. First, all departments work in silos. Like if you go to education, they have their own priorities. If you go to energy, they go their own priorities. Environment, I don't care about IT. Okay, just my computer doesn't work. That's it, right? Budget priority. In government, if you're lucky, 3% of your city's budget is for IT. 3%, if you're lucky. You can go to any city in the world. Oh, well, you can remove, like Dubai or Singapore. Okay, that's different. But normally it's 3%, right? So that's a huge challenge. Outdated technology. I don't need to explain that. Mentality. We need to fix whatever is there. We don't want to build everything new. We need to fix what we have, right? That's the mentality. And we have an unlimited list of needs with all kind of nature. You cannot imagine all the needs that we have in any city. And most of the time, the mayor is going to be there for 3-4 years. And they need to solve that just right away. oh my God, I have a huge project in IT. We want to make this beautiful city or brand new. No, that is not going to happen because we need to solve this education issue. We need to solve healthcare, all that, right? So how do we go? How do we go from there? It's a lot of challenges. We're full of different needs from all our sectors. And we have only 3% of our budget to solve all that with IT. So then we go with the procurement solution. Probably you know this company. I just want to have this disclosure. I will mention some companies here. I have no relation with these companies. I just wanted to mention because I think the solutions that are solving some problems, right? Bonfire. They just talk with some people from government. They say, what's your main problem? How do you do purchasing? They say, you know, we have such a difficult situation, just purchasing. We spent 1 year solving a purchasing problem. How do we solve that? So these guys, they created a solution. I will not say that it's going to solve all your problems, but it's a very interesting solution that reduces the time that you spend purchasing all kinds of projects in half. It's going to document everything, and before you have like all paperwork, now you have everything digital, and it's on your procurement solution. So that's a starting point, right? So we need to solve real problems that municipalities and cities have in order to move forward. And how will we do that? You know, with technology. Smart benches, New York. Mikel did a very good example about smart benches. I just want to point out two main things that I think are extremely relevant. This smart benches solution was implemented in New York in 2016. They start with this SUFA, that's the name of the company. So SUFA developed this technology, and one of the partners of the SUFA, they ask him, okay, why are you doing this? And say, we want to bring solutions to government, but you have to think about the government are risk averse. They don't want to move forward with any, new technology. So we're able to solve the problems we're hitting right when we have to. They implemented this bench in a location, I think it was in Brooklyn, where they have a high rate of insecurity. So they reduce the insecurity, they measure it, and they say like it's more than 60%. So the main point is that they located in a place where nobody wanted to go, and after that, everyone wanted to go to walk their dog, right? They charge their phones, and they just check their email, and the dog was around. The other thing is that this is a very inexpensive solution, and these guys went and implemented in an entity that in New York is called NYC Parks, right? And they were able to put it into their master plan. What's the meaning of that? They were able to put it after they just did the prototype. They were able to fund the entire deployment, which is huge, because it's not only how you're gonna find only your funding for your first prototype, but how are you gonna be able to replicate that several times? And that will answer your question. Okay, so let's move forward. Trailer park. Again, leaks in the water system. Something that I will put out here is cities, they don't want to replace infrastructure that is already there. You know how much it costs to replace an entire hydrant? It's too much money. So these guys develop technology that you will only have to introduce the device, and it will be done in 30 minutes. So easy to deploy. Opportunities for startups. As Mikhail said, you need to solve a problem, one problem at a time. You need to develop a product thinking about what the customer needs, how the customer is going to be satisfied. You need to satisfy a community, or you need to satisfy an administration. That's what you problem to solve in a city. Proof of concept, prototype, start small, scale up, partner. I always recommend to partner because there are many projects that you just not go by yourself. Right now I'm involved in a project that is in energy, and there are so many companies involved that you cannot just do it by yourself. So it's a very good advice. 5 things to remember. I mean, Phil just mentioned 2 of them. Solve a problem. You need to solve a problem. Actually, Phil also said that. Make sure it's cost effective. And you need to address who are going to be benefit of that solution, right? Is it the municipality? Is it saving $3 billion in water leaks? Is the people from the city because you're being safe going into the park? Things like that. It have to be. It could be replicated. You need to replicate that several times, right? Because you do a solution, but you need to make sure that, of course, your business is going to be profitable. Easy deployment, as the one that I mentioned in Terra. Included in a master plan. This is extremely important because you want your project to be funded, right? If there's no way that your solution fits in a master plan, right now I'm in an energy project, and we have an amazing solution. And one of the main challenges is that the energy companies, like hydro companies here in Canada, they don't have that yet in the radar. They say, okay, we're going to invest that in 2 years' time. Okay, so my solution is not yet for that. So it's not included in the master plan. So this is extremely important because otherwise you will not make business. And that's it, the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Any questions? No questions? Okay.
Just a comment, and sort of goes to your master plan issue, is understanding the length of the business cycle within government, which is quite different than dealing with the private sector.
Totally. And I've faced that several times. As I mentioned, if you're in a city, you have a mayor will be for 4 years, and so your projects will be like 4 years or whatever. In the private sector, you use quarterly or yearly if you're lucky, which I don't think any business will go just 5 years. Of course, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
And I have faced that when somebody mentioned about universities, it's a challenge as well because you want to involve universities in this kind of solution because first, there's a lot of knowledge there, and you can start from there and probably replicate the entire city. But universities can go in 10 years' time, so yeah, that's a challenge.
How do you know what's in the master plan?
Master plans are publicated on the website all around, so you just have a look on the master plans of all kind of cities in the world, and you will see them on the website.
Just Google master plan Toronto and
Yeah, everywhere. Even though you see master plans and you see like IT master plans. So there's a master plan for the city, like for the all kind of sectors or industries or divisions that they have inside the departments. It depends on how you call it in the city. But there's most of the time there's a IT master plan.
But also the developers that are responsible for different sort of major development areas, they will have to submit their own master plan, which then gets incorporated into.
Yeah, and you have, for instance, GTA will have a master plan for from here to 50 years time, how it's going to be developed, transportation, and all of that.
Who decide this plan? Like, it's 50 years, but let's say they change the mayor, change of something, would they decide that I'm not going for this plan, I change it?
Well, normally what happens is that there is a gathering of different people who create this master plan for 15 years. Every 4 or 5 years that the mayor comes in, he revises what's happening with the master plan. And he doesn't have to do everything that is in master plan, but it's a guideline that they have to follow.
Yeah, but
and most of the time, it's a very technical document that gives you a guideline how to go forward in terms of urban development and technical issues, things like that.
There's also though a provincial plan.
Oh yeah.
There's growth plans for all the different areas in the province that the municipalities then have to comply with. So that provincial plan sets out what the population growth is for a particular municipality, and then they have to provide the infrastructure to support that.
Would they change priority after every election?
It can, but those provincial plans they don't change significantly from one government administration to the next. They get tweaked, but they don't change significantly.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.